I really enjoyed dinner tonight.
Well, I'm just happy we finally found a restaurant that we both enjoyed.
Oh, yes, it was wonderful. Although that wine was a bit tannic, that china was gaudy, and the foie gras. Did you notice that aftertaste?
So, which part was wonderful?
Being with you, of course.
Oh, of course. Yeah, nice save, my dear.
I tried.
Hey, come have a seat right here.
Okay.
Here you go.
Malcolm, you know I like you a lot. And I've been thinking that maybe it's time we take that next step.
Really? Wow. I don't know what to say. Would you still respect me in the morning?
Malcolm, I'm talking about meeting my father.
Yeah, I know. I know. What I meant was, would you still respect me after I meet your father?
Nice.
Wow, to be honest, though, I would love to meet your dad. I mean, he's such a brilliant investor. It's like everything that man touches turns to gold. You think he can touch me?
Well, Daddy's always looking to invest in new businesses.
Ooh.
I just want him to like you, and then I can stay out with you past 11.
Why do you have a curfew? You're 23 years old.
I know, but the trust fund doesn't kick in till I'm 25. So I'll see you tomorrow night at the country club?
Tomorrow night? Oh, no, Lydia, I can't. Saturday night is the busiest night at the bar.
Can't your partner Eddie run the bar?
No.
Why not?
Malcolm, I need $50, man. There's a dude in my garage that's selling a combination screwdriver, flashlight, thermometer, and a mini fan. I need it, man. I need it.
That's why not. Excuse me.
Come on, man. Give me the $50.
Listen, Eddie,
out of the register.
Look, we get our funds out of our separate businesses. And you said it yourself. No borrowing, no problem.
That was an entirely different situation.
Yeah, I was the one that wanted to borrow money.
Exactly. Look. Excuse me. Let me hook you up with an IOU. Even total strangers know my IOU is better than having money itself. Here.
Well, then why don't you give this IOU to the guy with the thermometer, screwdriver, gadget thing?
Okay, he knows me. Isn't it collecting funny, bro? They just won't leave you alone while you're sitting inside your home. man, you gotta get over to that country club. Lydia's father's rolling in it, man. He's the king of ka-ching.
Yeah, I know that, but I can't just up and leave my bar on a Saturday night.
Look, man, I ain't gonna let you miss this opportunity. Now, ever since you've been running the bar, what you been dreaming about?
To have one of them toilets that flush themselves when you walk away.
What else?
Well, I want to put an old guy in there to hand out towels.
The big dream, Malcolm, the big dream.
Oh, you mean franchising? Well, I want to have a Malcolm McGee's in every town. I want to be the biggest Mac since Donald's. But where am I going to find somebody responsible enough to run the bar?
Hello!
Uh-oh.
Oh, you don't trust your partner? Oh, man, I am offended and seriously disappointed.
Well, I didn't mean to insult you.
Good, I'll take over tomorrow night.
I guess I did mean to insult you.
Oh, let's not forget that I, too, happen to run a very successful business.
True, but you work on cars. Running a bar involves more of the human element. And don't take this the wrong way, Ed, but you're not that good with humans.
All right? Who you think driving them cars? People! You know what I'm saying? They come in there whining and crying, trying to chisel my price down. And I tell them right where they can go. So don't tell me that I can't deal with people.
Do you ever just listen to yourself?
Why would I? I'm a talker. Here's some more talk, man. I ain't gonna let you miss this opportunity, all right? You gonna go over to that country club. I'm gonna run that bar. Then after a while, we'll get you that little toilet you want. Plus an old brother with some rags.
All right, you are in charge.
All right.
Now, you sure you can handle it?
A third grader could handle it.
Even better, you know one? Relax yourself, I'll get it.
Malcolm, Eddie Pie. I'd like you to meet my new roommate, Chloe. Hi, guys.
Oh, well, nice to meet you. Good knowing you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, it's just that every time Nicolette gets a new roommate, we get attached, and they mysteriously disappear.
This time is different. I'm a meter maid, so I work days. She's a nurse, so she works nights. We'll never see each other.
That's it. I'm gonna get a night job.
This is the one you said is in love with you?
Don't listen to the words. The love is all in the body language. See? That means meet me at the end of the couch later.
Look, Ed, about tomorrow night, just be nice to the customers, all right? And no matter what they're babbling about, pretend you're interested even if you're not.
Like I'm doing now. I can't run the bar. I'm gonna run it and make more money than he ever did. All I need is a gimmick.
Oh, I got one. It's winter in Kansas City, right? So where does everybody want to be? Tahiti. Have a Tahitian island night.
Nicolette, that's ridiculous. Now let me think.
Well, why don't you bring it closer to home? Make it a Hawaiian island night.
Will y'all just chill out and let a brother think? I got it. Jamaica Island night. Huh? See what a brother can come up with when you women stop your yapping so a brother can think around here?
Sorry, we were way off. But your idea, Eddie, is brilliant. And you can hire my cousin's reggae band, and I can make a big sparkly sun.
And my friends and I can be dancing island girls.
Will y'all just stop yapping? I ain't done thinking. Now, where I'ma find a reggae band, decorator, and some dancing island girls?
What is his problem?
Shh, Eddie's thinking.
Little lady said, "Doctor, my tooth hurts so bad I feel like I'm having a baby." Dentist said, "Well, make up your mind, lady. I gotta adjust the chair."
Daddy, allow me to introduce you to my Malcolm.
Young man, I love my daughter very much. Please state your intentions, and they'd better be to my liking.
Well. Oh, I see I'm in for a fun evening.
Let's see what you're made of, son. Have a seat at my table.
Oh, okay. Sir, your choice in tables perfectly reflects the taste of a man whose collected portfolio grew 22.6% last year.
Well, actually, it was 22.8, but I appreciate how seamlessly you worked it in the conversation.
Malcolm owns his own bar, Daddy.
Oh, that's wonderful. You want money from me, don't you, son?
Well, honestly, I never imagined that we'd be talking business tonight, sir. But coincidentally, I do have a prospectus with me that details the growth potential of a Malcolm McGee sports bar franchise nationwide.
Just happened to have it with you.
Oh, yeah, believe him, Daddy. He showed it to me on our first date.
Starting to like you, McGee.
Well, in that case, I also have a bar graph that delineates the projected profits versus the initial investment over a 5-year period.
Don't push it, son.
Welcome everybody to McGee's Island Party. Now we got jerk chicken for all of you that got the munchies. How you got them, when you got them, you don't want to know. But now everybody, let's be jamming. Book, book, book.
My girlfriends are ready.
You know, I got this funny feeling that I know you. Have we met?
If we had, I'm sure you would have remembered it.
And so would you. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to put your hands together. If you don't have any hands, then I want you to bump heads or clap your feet like a monkey. Come on now, put it together for McGee's Island Group.
Gentlemen, show your appreciation to the ladies on behalf of what we're showing you.
I know you from. You ain't a nurse. You that naughty nurse from the Bad Essence Club.
Oh, you know my work.
Uh-huh.
Oh, do me a favor and don't tell Nicolette. I like to keep that part of my life private.
You know, when you told me you had dancing girls, I didn't know you meant dancing girls. Yeah, I don't know if this is right.
Hey, Eddie, we need you behind the bar. As soon as those girls got up on stage, every guy in here ordered a drink.
What you doing standing around? Go shake something.
Who's in charge here?
That would be me. I'm the king, and these are my people.
I'm Agent Frank. I'm with the sheriff's office.
I didn't shoot the deputy.
Are you aware that this establishment is not licensed for exotic dancing?
Exotic dancing, Jamaican night. It's hot. You gotta wear something skimpy, otherwise people laugh at you. Ha ha.
Eddie, when do you want us to take off our tops?
You can't shut us down. What you talking about?
Well, hurry up. You got 10 minutes.
All right, but while you waiting, did I introduce you to the Daiquiri twins? This is Strawberry, and this is Frozen.
Excuse me, are you on the guest list?
Nah, me not. Me looking for Malcolm McGee. Me call up here, all me get is an answering machine. Me want to know who's the tight ass that leave the message.
That would be me, the person who's sending yours to the street.
Oh, look over there. Is that RuPaul going in the men's room? Woo, them Jamaicans can run, boy. How you doing, my man? I'm here with the Clarks.
Clarks.
Yeah, they're my parents.
Mr. and Mrs. Clark.
Yeah.
Oh, well. Good night, Mrs. Clark. Mr. Clark.
So it was an accident. We was washing clothes and they fell in a bunch of Clorox. Mama!
And Now, when you examine the pie chart, you can see the many ways McGee's can generate profits.
Well, you certainly are prepared. I'm surprised you don't have a slide presentation for me.
Well, I actually have the slides right here. Would you mind waiting while I get the projector out of the car?
That's okay, son. I'm warming up to this franchise idea. I think it has real potential.
Oh, well, excellent.
You care for an hors d'oeuvre, sir?
Don't mind if I do. Hey, what the hell are you doing here?
Huh. You two know each other?
Do we, Malcolm?
Yeah, Eddie is also a waiter at my bar.
I just came over here to make some extra money.
Well, while you're on break, how's my bar doing? It's still standing, isn't it?
It's only your busiest Saturday ever, Malcolm. Yeah. And, by the way, one of your nosy customers is wondering where the liquor license was.
Well, I keep it in the safe in the kitchen, of course. Why?
Why? Well, I'll tell you exactly why. Ooh, look at it. How time flies. Well, I gotta get back to that other job. 12 jobs, 12 kids.
No, Malcolm, charts and graphs are fine. But I'm not going to make a commitment until I see McGee's in action.
Mr. Larson, I don't think tonight is the best night to visit. But you sure you don't want to get the projector out of the car?
Oh, no problem. Look, we'll just drop Lydia off on our way over. I mean, it's almost 11 p.m. anyway.
But, Daddy, I want to go.
2 words. Trust fund.
Well, I do have to get up early in the morning anyway.
Hey, Tim. Any problems while I was out?
No. But hey, I think that little girl over there likes me.
What makes you think that?
Well, I gave her $420.
Here you go. 1 Missouri state liquor license as requested.
Terrific.
Now we cool?
I could shut you down and fine you $5,000, but I like you. So I'm only going to fine you the $5,000.
I like you too. So I'm only gonna charge you $2,500 for that drink. And it's a 2-drink minimum.
Eddie, it is way too noisy. I worked a double shift and I need to get some sleep. And what is my new roommate doing half naked on your stage?
She's entertaining, isn't she?
Chloe, I thought you said you were a nurse.
Well, I've been told I have healing powers. But if you don't like nurses, I can be a French maid or a cave woman.
Well, I'm glad you got cave experience, because that's where you're going to be living from now on.
What do you mean?
Look, you told me you were a nurse, and that's what you should be doing, and using your brain instead of exploiting your body.
And that's why you're kicking me out.
That, you look way too sexy to be around my Eddie. So go on, pack up. And if you leave that cave girl suit, I might think about refunding your cleaning deposit.
This is not my bar. We're in the wrong place. Come on, let's go.
Malcolm! Man, your place is jamming. Can I borrow $20?
Eddie!
Hey, man, can you loan me 20?
What the hell did you do?
Well, the truth of the matter is, I gotta get to that other job.
I thought this was a sports bar.
It is. Jamaica, bobsledding, it all ties together.
You know, I've heard about places like this. If you're trying to profit from the lowest expression of human degeneracy, Mr. McGee, I do not wish to be in business with you. You should be ashamed.
Lenny!
You two know each other?
Of course not. I just have one of those faces.
And it's such a cute face. He's my biggest tipper at Bare Essence. Sweetie, did you have any problem getting that coconut oil out of your tie?
Pre-soaked with whisk.
Oh my God, what is the press doing here?
I invited them. Free publicity.
Oh man, you don't understand. I am the chairman of the Mayor's Morality Council. If this gets in the papers, I could be ruined.
Cover the man.
Look at this picture. Women would kill for them kind of cheekbones, man. Look at that.
Daddy, you got my bar slapped with a $5,000 fine. You blew my only chance of making McGee's go national. And because of you, Lydia would not talk to me if I was the last man on earth.
Kind of lonely around here, ain't it?
Malcolm, we got your apology note. I got the flowers. And we got the 26 messages stating that the entire thing was completely Eddie's fault.
Fault? No. I paid a $5,000 fine, and I still showed a profit. Mr. Moneyman, I'm thinking you and I should get together and take this business national.
Yeah. Is there someplace private we can talk?
Well, the den is being remodeled, but how about over here?
Malcolm, I can't invest in your business. I'm sure you understand why. But I really appreciate you not spilling the beans to Lydia.
Well, you know, sir, whatever you do with your beans is your business.
Again, thank you, sir.
Sure, you got it. Mr. Larson, Lydia's curfew, what time is it again?
11 p.m.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. I got coconut oil in my ear.
All right, midnight.
Come again?
1?
Oh, now you are coming through. Thank you, sir.
Now, I think I got it this time. All right, check this out. Eddie's Tropical Toe. I will have nothing but beautiful women in bikinis year-round driving the trucks. Huh? What do you think?
Is there someplace else private we can talk?
All right, if that don't work, I got another idea, right? We can have 5 little female men.
Well, that was Nicolette. She's coming by with yet another new roommate.
Oh, man.
No, well, this one she swears is perfect. Won't cause any problems.
Malcolm, Eddie, I'd like you to meet Sister Mary Agnes.
Malcolm, you ain't gonna believe this, but,
What?
I think I know her from someplace.
Now, when you examine the pie chart, you can see the many ways Malcolm McGee's can, you know...
Excuse me, are you on the guest list?
No, I'm not. But I give you another chance to say that again.
Thank you very much. I would appreciate it.
Whining, trying to chisel down my price, and I tell them right where they can go. We going all the way to the end? All right.
George S. Jones currently serves as president of waen-tv here in Atlanta, Georgia. Mr. Jones has been developing television networks for others for over 15 years. This has afforded him experience in every area of television networking. Fueled by his aspirations to contribute to community development and to assist with the growth of small businesses, he later came up with the idea to develop a worldwide television network that would impact local communities. Thus, waen-tv was born. Mr. Jones's educational achievements have aided him tremendously in his role as leader of this organization. In 1975, he received his Bachelor of Arts in Mass Communication from Francis Marion College, while concurrently earning an associate degree as an electrician from Williamsburg Technical College. Mr. Jones has produced several special functions for many community churches and nonprofit organizations. One of his most recent successes was the production of the first 100 Black Men of Atlanta banquet, where his work was greatly applauded. George also displays his versatility with the production of music videos. Included in his resume, you will find a number of successful music artists, including former So-So-Def recording artist Chris Kelly of the famed hip-hop duo Criss Cross.
Mom?
All right, we're home.
Daddy? Daddy, you upstairs? Anybody home?
That's funny. Sunday afternoon, nobody's home.
Know what that means?
No, what?
We got the whole house to ourselves.
Michael, no.
Michael, yes. Come in.
Me Tarzan, you Jane. We go up to treehouse. Oh boy, Jane putting on weight.
No, Tarzan, I lost 5 pounds.
I think I found it. Come, we go.
Gloria! What happened? Did you hurt your foot?
Oh, hi, Mom. No. How are you?
Hi.
Oh. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, Ma. That's all right.
Where you been? I had a special meeting at the church. We had a cake sale. Guess what I got?
Cake.
You guessed right away. Oh, they had so many delicious things.
Oh, hey, can I have a piece?
Oh, sure. Get a knife and some plates, Gloria. We made $102 for a worthy cause.
Yeah, what cause was that?
I don't know. That's what the next meeting is about.
Where's Archie? How come he's not home watching a big football game?
I guess he's still at the laundrette.
You got Daddy to go to the laundrette? How'd you do that?
I just asked him.
And he said yes?
Yeah, right after he stopped yelling and kicking the laundry bag.
All right, now listen to me, all of you. See what I'm doing here? I'm locking the door. And you all keep it locked.
Hey, what's going on? What happened?
Drum me up now, and I'll tell you. That Arab laundryman, Joe Gurgis, is going to be coming over here after me. And when he comes, we got to make like there's nobody home, see? And from now on, Edith, don't you set foot in his laundryette no more. I don't care what it costs. Go to the Chinks. But don't go near that Arab again. Not unless you got a dirty camel to wash. I'm gonna sue that Egyptian phone.
Arch, he's not an Egyptian, he's a Syrian.
That's the same thing. They're born pirates, all of them. Here, look at this here laundry. It's in shreds there, every piece of it there.
Gee, what happened?
I took it into his place and I stuck it in one of the machines. You see, I turned it on. The next thing you know, the machine busts wide open. There's a flood all over the joint. I run for my life. I go down to one knee and look at that. Look at that. I got brand new sunny pants there. Tore them wide open. I hurt my knee, too. Oh, no. I'm going to sue that guy. First thing in the morning, I'm going to get myself a good Jew lawyer.
Archie, do you always have to label people? Why can't you just get a lawyer? Why does it have to be a Jewish lawyer?
Because when I'm going to sue an Arab, I'm going to get a guy that's full of hate.
Archie, look at this. You must have forgot to separate the coloreds from the whites.
Archie, forget to separate the coloreds from the whites?
Butt in your face.
Look, Arch, I know you're upset, but what do you want to sue him for? I mean, why don't you talk to him first?
I tried that. How are you going to talk to a guy who's screaming at you and crying at the same time? And I mean crying. I mean real tears. He's standing there. They're coming out of him like a geyser.
Yeah, Mr. Gurgis cries a lot.
Oh, they're all that way, them Arabs. See their blood, that wailing.
What are you talking about?
You never heard that? Why do you think those people got the Wailing Wall?
Archie, it's the Jewish people who go to the Wailing Wall.
That's only on one side of it, smart guy. Who do you think is wailing on the other side? And by the way, where was used to this morning when all that laundry had to be took?
We were out.
I went down to the library. I had to look up a few things.
Yeah, and I was helping him.
What was you doing, reading to him?
Very funny. If you must know, I'm doing a paper on the Supreme Court.
What's more important, your dirty laundry or the Supreme Court?
The way Nixon's filling it, what's the difference?
Don't talk to me.
Archie, can I get you some lunch?
Is it lunchtime already? Edith, look at that. It's after 1. I'm missing the whole football game here. Get away from me,
Well, I better see if there's anything in this we can save. Gloria, will you help me?
Yeah, go on, the two of you. Count up all that damage there, because I'm going to sue that Arab through the nose. And remember, Edith, all them clothes is practically new.
Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Oh, good. The national anthem. That means they ain't started yet. We're in luck.
That is one terrible song.
Don't start up nothing with me, meathead. I'm watching a game. That's a beautiful song, and shut your face.
Hoss, the song glorifies war, and even as a song, it stinks. Nobody can remember the words.
You're gonna ruin this game for me?
Can you remember the words?
Certainly I can.
Come on, give me the first few lines of the national anthem.
Give me that thing.
Come on, I'll turn it on as soon as you give me the first few lines of the national anthem.
Oh, shaken, you see, by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed of DIC.
Wrong.
It ain't wrong.
It is too. I'm I sing from My Country 'Tis of Thee.
That's wrong.
What are you talking about? The next line of Star Spangled Banner's at the twilight's last gleaming.
At the twilight's last gleaming comes after of DIC.
Crazy! You're just proving my point. Nobody can remember the words because they're rotten words. Listen. Oh, say does that Star Spangled Banner yet et wave. What kind of a word is yet et?
If it's in the national anthem, it's a good word.
Yet et?
Yeah, et. I use it all the time. Yet et. Now give me that et.
The national anthem.
Oh, did the singer forget the words again? I'll get it.
No. Wait, don't get nothing. I told you, get away from that door. It's that Arab laundry man, Joe Burgess. Oh, shush. Make like there's nobody home.
I know you're in there, Archie Bunker. I seen you through the window.
He's seen you through the window, Archie.
Did he eat it? Get away from there, Burgess. I ain't talking to you except through a lawyer.
My name's pronounced Geergis, and I want to talk to you right now.
Get off of my stoop or I'll sit the dog on you.
You ain't got a dog, Bunker, and you owe me money.
Archie, let him in. The neighbors will hear.
You bet the neighbors will hear. Archie Bunker owes me money. Listen, America, Archie Bunker owes me money.
Why, you common ignorant thing? Why would you yell that way on a Sunday afternoon?
You broke my best machine. It's gonna cost me a good $85 to fix it. Pay me.
Me pay you? Your dopey machine ruined my laundry. You owe me money. You'd made it out to worth about $40, $50, $65 there. Some of our best haberdasheries in that load there, right, Edie?
Oh, yeah. There were 6 pairs of Fruit of the Loom shoes.
Stop it. That laundry you rule was worth a small fortune.
That's right. 89 cents a pair.
Get out of there and eat cake, will you?
You ruined my best washer. The machine I started my business with, my first top loader, never a day's trouble, never stopped, never leaked, never jammed. Then along you come with your lousy Fruit of the Looms and tear the guts out of it.
Oh, get a load of this here. There goes the geyser again. We're gonna have to put down newspaper for this guy.
Leave the guy alone.
Where'd you go and help your mother eat cake? You got some hell of a knife coming over here, Gurgis, and saying a thing like that about that machine. That machine was ready for the junk pile.
That machine was a jewel until you overloaded it. I'm telling you the truth, as God is my judge.
God, what God? Allah? Allah don't cut no ice around here.
What are you talking about? I'm a Methodist.
Oh, a Methodist may be coming through the immigration you was, but you started facing the east as soon as you got in the pub. No, buddy, I'm gonna sue you.
Yeah, if anybody's gonna sue, it's gonna be me. You ain't got a leg to stand on.
That's what I'm gonna sue you about. Look at that. A hole in my Sunday pants. Probably a torn filament right there in the kneecap. Oh, no, buddy. I'm getting a lawyer after you.
Then I'll get a lawyer, too.
Wait a second. You're not going to use a lawyer for a case like this. You're going to have to go to a small claims court. You're not going to be able to do that because you know you guys ain't going to be able to afford to miss work, right? So why don't you settle it yourselves? You get somebody to act impartial, as sort of a referee. You know, somebody you both trust. You tell them what happened and let them decide.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll get someone who's fair and honest.
In New York? Oh.
How about the Reverend Felcher? He's fair and honest.
That's when he's working, Edith. We don't know what he does on his off duty.
Maybe Dr. Evans would come over.
Ah, come on. What do you think? He's Marcus Welby. He don't make no house calls.
I got it. I know someone. And the lady I'm thinking about is perfect for the job.
Hold it. What do you say? Lady, no dice, women is house.
Oh, Daddy, you're such a male chauvinist. In this day and age, how can you say a thing like that?
Like this here? No women. But the lady I'm talking about is your wife, huh?
Oh, my.
Yeah, you know anybody more honest?
Well,
Were you doing, Mrs. Bunker?
Oh, no, Mr. Gurgis, I couldn't do that. You see, I'm Archie's wife.
Oh, Lily, everybody knows you're my wife. Sure, you're my wife, but I mean, that's got nothing to do with anything.
Archie, a judge has to be impartial.
Edith, you can be married to me and still be impartial, man. Hey, what are you talking about? It's a good idea, Gage. How come you thought of Edith? Well, she was one of my first customers. Oh, yeah? Yeah. She's been coming to my place twice a week for 7 years now. Wonderful woman, always fair. Never try to jump or turn and push her way ahead of another customer. Never asked me for change. Always came with her own quarters. Well, how's the matter with him now?
I told you he was like that. I remember at the grand opening of his laundrette, he cried all the way through the first rinse.
Listen, that'll be all right. I'll talk Edith into doing it for you. Being a judge, let's get started. Why don't you just dry your eyes? I'll try. Yeah. Gee. Can I use the bathroom? You want to use the bathroom? Sure. Go on upstairs, Gage. Right. It's the French door on the right top of the stairs up there, huh? Hey, come on, Edith. Let's get started. You being a judge, huh?
Oh, Archie, no, I don't know. People will be expecting me to be so smart and all. I don't think I can.
What are you worried about there, Edith? You can do it. You'll be the best little judge that marriage can buy. All right, now listen, you two, when Gurgis comes down here, let's get this thing over with. Let's get him out of here. Don't be holding up the voice with none of your screwball arguments, huh? Hey, Gurgis! We're ready to get started down here. What are you doing up there, reading? I'll be down in a minute. Oh, well, what are you doing here? Read it. We ain't gonna have no court. Be clutch. We're trying to have a little court, that's all.
Oh, Archie, I'm so worried about being a judge. It's a big responsibility.
Why? It's an open and shut case.
Open and shut? Ma hasn't heard the evidence yet.
She's gonna hear the evidence. I want her to hear the evidence. I just don't want the evidence to get in the way, that's all.
In the way of what?
In the way, Edith, of a fair and honest decision.
Oh, Archie, you know I'll do the honest thing.
Yeah, I know. Oh, hold it, Edith. Now, you know, there's such a thing as being over-honest, you know, and any real judge will tell you that. That's bad.
Bad?
Yes,
Why?
Over anything is bad, Edith. Overworking, overeating, ipso facto, then over-honest is bad.
Daddy, you stop trying to influence Ma's decision.
I ain't trying to influence her decision. I'm only trying to help her out here. She's got a tough job. Trying to decide between that crook up there in the toilet and her husband who's been working for the past 23 years, right, Edith? Yeah. So you got a very tough job.
Don't worry, Archie. I will render a fair and impartial verdict without fear nor favor, so help me God.
Where'd you learn that?
Perry Mason reruns.
Yeah. At last, King Farouk is off the throne. Well, when he comes down, make everything look fair, huh? Just try to forget that you remember that I'm your husband.
Don't worry, Archie. When it comes to the decision, I'll forget everything.
Well, is Your Honor the judge ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all set to get started. Where you going?
I'm going out, because first the judge has to come in.
Hey, come on, will you? You're all ready. Yeah, get over here. Sit down. All you gotta do is just hear what I gotta say. What you gotta say? What about me? Don't I have a say? Certainly you gotta say after I say what I gotta say. Yeah, well, I want to talk first. Come on, girl, just be fair.
That's
right?
exactly. Wait a second.
What?
You got a judge here. Why don't we exercise a little courtroom procedure, all right? Ma, you're the judge. You sit in the judge's chair.
That's my chair.
I want the judge to sit there.
You want the judge to sit there? All right, fine, get in here.
All right. Mr. Girgis, you sit over there.
Where am I gonna go?
Archie, you're gonna sit right over here.
How come I'm getting a hard chair?
What's the difference? Sit here, will you?
Well, come on, get it over.
Come on.
Let's go.
Oh, yes, this court is now in session. The Honorable Edith J. Bunker presiding. All right.
Will you quit fooling around and get on with this thing here?
Just trying to do it right.
Sit down over here. Well, let's get started. Now, Edith, this is what happened here. I go into his laundry and I go over this first dopey broken down machine.
Wait a minute, wait. It still hasn't been decided. You go first, okay?
I decided. It's my house.
All right, hold it. It's proper courtroom procedure for the judge to decide who speaks first. Go ahead, Mom.
Oh, all right. The judge will decide. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm choosing first. Out goes Y-O-U. Mr. Gurgis, you go first.
Oh, gee, Judge, that was so fair. All right, Gurgis, you heard the judge here. Stand up in front of the judge and speak your piece. Look at this, the dope is doing.
This morning, Archie Bunker here came to my place with a lot of laundry. And I says to Archie, you gotta use 2 machines. But does he? No. No, Cheapskates here is trying to save 35 cents, and he pushes 20 pounds of laundry into one machine and overloaded it. And the machine busted a strut.
You never said I gotta use 2 machines. Maybe you said I order or something.
Big deal, it's the same thing.
The hell it is the same thing.
Your Honor, as bailiff of this court, I object to the use of that kind of language. And I suggest that it not be tolerated. Your Honor, look at that. Look what he did there. Look at that.
All right, bailiff. Mr. Bunker, the court says, shame on you.
Your Honor, I remember now. I didn't say order or gotta. I said you have to use 2 machines.
You never said nothing to crime.
That's
you big liar.
That's exactly what I said.
Your Honor, as the bailiff's wife, I object to this kind of language.
That's right, and I suggest that Mr. Bunker be held in contempt of court.
Until you start paying rent around here, you're in contempt of house. Now clam up and sit down.
Mr. Bunker.
What?
The court is warning you for the last time. Shame, shame. Everybody knows your name.
Listen, Edith, if you don't mind, I mean, Judge. Could I, what do you call, encroach the bench?
Yes, you may.
I just want to ask you something private without Florence of Arabia tuning in here. Could I ask the court for a little favor, huh?
Sure, Archie.
Will you cut the crap hole of your dingbat and pick a winner?
I heard that. What a terrible thing to say to a wonderful woman and a good customer, but that doesn't surprise me. Any man who has no respect for a fine machine like my top loader can't have any respect for a fine woman and a top person.
Come on, laundry man. Stop soft soaping and trying to deterge the judge here. Just say what you got to say and get it over.
I will. I got signs all over my place telling you what to do. Big letters. 12-pound limit per machine. You can't miss it. But he missed it.
I didn't miss nothing. My load was 12 pounds on the nose.
My eye told me it was 17 pounds if it was an ounce, and I told you to weigh it.
I weighed it.
Not on my scale.
On my Macy's bathroom scale, Newton Christmas 68 up there, it was 12 pounds even.
It was not on my scale, and that's what's important.
Knock that out.
Oh, I can't be judged no more.
What do you mean?
Oh, I resign.
What do you mean? Come here.
Don't let Archie intimidate you.
You can't resign in the middle of a trial.
Well, then if I can't resign, I call a recess.
Come on, Edith.
Fine.
What do you mean? Come here.
No.
Listen, Gurgis, come on, let's stop all this court malarkey, huh? I mean, can't we get together and settle this thing like 2 intelligent persons?
Well, what do you want to do?
All you gotta do is pay me what you owe me and get the hell out of here.
Come on, Dennis.
What's the matter, Ma? You got a headache? No, but I'm gonna have one because I know who's guilty and Archie's gonna be so mad.
But Ma, he can't be mad at you because you're his wife and it's the judge who's making this decision.
But it's his wife he's gonna be mad at.
Edith, get in here.
Oh, I don't know what to do.
Ma, you're the judge. You've got to be impartial. If you've made a decision, you got to stick to it. Now, come on.
Come on, Edith, wait.
Everybody take their place.
Edith, would you just give us the decision?
The decision is, I'm a hung judge.
What does that mean?
It means I can't make a decision.
But Ma...
In the kitchen, you said you made your mind up.
Mrs. Bunker, you promised.
We want a decision. We want it now.
All right. The court says, Archie, You ain't guilty.
Naturally, at
You
last.
satisfied, aren't you? Corrupted the last honest person.
Ah, get out of here. You heard the decision, didn't you? Get lost.
Mrs. Bunker, I'm truly disappointed in you. See, I picked you because I thought you'd be fair, but I was wrong. If you can say to me that this man is not guilty...
But, Mr. Burgess...
Wait, I'm entitled to make one final statement. If you can say to me that this man is not guilty of putting 17 pounds of very dirty laundry into a 12-pound limit top-load machine, the prize of my fleet, and I say to you, there's no justice in the borough of Queens.
Mr. Burgess, don't cry. You ain't guilty either.
What? Ah, that's no decision. Somebody's got to be guilty.
Somebody is. Me.
What are you talking about? You're the judge. You can't be guilty.
Archie, it's my fault. Our laundry was too heavy. You see, I set the scale back 5 pounds.
You mean the bathroom scale up there?
Yeah, I did it for you,
Why?
Because you know how mad you get when you gain a few pounds.
Don't talk to me!
You ain't guilty. I'm the guilty.
What's the difference? You or me? I'm the guy that's gonna pay. What are you crying about now? You heard you won?
I'm crying because I'm happy. I mean, this woman has redeemed my faith in human nature. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. I'll send you the bill in the morning. Goodbye, everybody.
Get out of my chair.
Daddy, don't be angry. You didn't want Ma to lie, did you?
She's talking about lying. Talking about families sticking together.
Oh, Archie, I believe in families sticking together. But if I hadn't told the truth, you'd never be able to trust me again. And then how could we stick together?
You have ruined another Sunday.
You know, Archie, I was thinking about that king in the Bible, Solomon. Remember the story about the 2 women who was fighting over the baby and they asked Solomon to judge who was the real mother? And Solomon called for a sword and said, divide the living child in 2 and give 1/2 to the first woman and 1/2 to the second woman. And the first woman said, no, don't hurt the child, give it to her. And the second woman said, no, cut the child in 2. But Solomon said, the child will not be hurt. Give it to the first woman because her love has proved that she's the real mother. Oh, my, that's Solomon. He was so smart.
That's my point exactly, eh? I should have got a smart Jew after that Arab.
Was recorded on tape before a live audience.
Esther? What? What's the matter? No, he's not, but he'll be there this afternoon. Why don't you come? Hello? Hey, Papa, Aunt Esther just called.
Well, I hope she called from Mars.
Hey, man, can't you ever be serious? She sounded strange over the phone.
She is strange.
Something's got to be wrong, Pop. She's on her way over here.
I thought I heard some hoofbeats.
She and Woody are coming over here. Look, Pop, try and be a little nice to Aunt Esther. I mean, you know, she's got that whiplash, and that's very painful.
Say, how'd she get that anyway?
Well, she was sitting in the back of Uncle Woody's truck, and she got hit from the rear.
Well, how could you tell? Both ends look the same to me.
I tell you, Pop, I'm worried about her, man. I never heard her talk this way, and I couldn't tell what was wrong with her over the phone.
Well, I wouldn't worry, sir. It might be just the results and the reaction of her yearly rabies shots.
Would you stop it? That's probably her now. Now, Pop, try to be nice to her.
All right, get the door.
Hello, Aunt Esther.
Hello, Lamont.
Hey, Uncle Woody.
Oh, that's all right, Lamont. I'll pull my arm. Hello, Fred.
Hello, Woody.
Hello, Fred Sanford, and how are you today?
Fine up to now.
Will you stop that?
Okay. I'm quite fine, Esther. And may I lie and say how nice it is to see you?
How's your neck, Aunt Esther?
It's much better, thank you. May I sit down?
Certainly, I pushed the couch out on the freeway.
Never mind him. Sit down here and make yourself comfortable.
Thank you, Lamont.
You're welcome.
You're a nice nephew.
I know.
And you make a nice cousin.
What?
Tell him, Woodrow.
You tell him, Esther, it was your idea.
But you went along with it.
Well, because you insisted.
But you gave in.
Because you would have killed me.
All right, Daddy.
Daddy?
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 No, you don't mean. I mean, you couldn't mean. You do?
Woodrow and I are going to have a baby.
Well, somebody better call the zoo.
Would you stop?
That's all right, Lamont. Just leave him alone, because, honey, ain't nothing he can say or do to dampen my spirits. I am going to be a mother. Watch it suffer.
Congratulations, Uncle Woody.
Thank you, Lamont.
Huh?
Now, this calls for a drink.
Congratulations, Aunt Esther.
Thank you,
If
baby.
she gonna have a baby, you better call for a veterinarian.
What's the matter with you, Pop? How can you be so cruel, Aunt Esther and Uncle Woody, on the happiest day of their life?
Because they're both too old and too ugly to have a baby.
You don't know nothing about babies.
Who? Fred G. Sanford? The G stands for Goo Goo Gaga. And gynecologist.
Well, it just so happened, Mr. Fred G. Sanford, that we're not going to have this baby the way you had Lamont.
You gonna have this baby on purpose? Please, I'm sorry, sir. I mean, I never regretted it.
Thanks loads.
You see, Fred, what Esther means is we're going to adopt our child.
That's just what I mean.
Hey, adopting now, I think that's wonderful.
I do, too. I'll drink to that.
You drink to ingrown toenail.
To an ingrown toenail.
Listen, Esther, let me ask you a question. Why you want this baby anyway?
We need one.
You need one? Why?
Because we have a conscience, Fred. We have a home and a business, and no one to give it to when we pass on.
Well, give it to me and pass on.
I understand perfectly, Aunt Esther.
I knew you would, Lamont.
Aren't you too old to start with a little baby?
Of course we are, Fred, and we're not going to adopt a little baby. We're going to adopt a teenager.
Do you know there are hundreds of orphan youngsters in this state that nobody wants?
And do you know there are 2 adults in my living room that nobody wants?
Pop, what's the matter with you? Can't you see that what Uncle Woody and Aunt Esther are doing is a wonderful thing?
Yes, it's wonderful, son. They're taking a child out the asphalt jungle and putting him in Lion Country Safari.
Now, listen, Fred. You know, you really beginning to get on my nerves now. Now, I've sit here and listened to you insult my wife long enough. So I'm gonna be waiting right outside where I don't have to hear it.
Exactly what can we do for you, Aunt Esther?
The adoption agency wants to know if we can provide for our new child. And I would like to know if you would be willing to guarantee that no matter what, there will always be food in his mouth and a roof over his head.
You got it, Aunt Esther. No matter what we have, it's yours.
Now, wait a minute, Lamont. Don't be so rushing so fast. Don't do that. Not so fast.
What's the matter, Fred? Don't you agree with Lamont?
I don't have to agree with him. What he does with his half of the empire is his business. What I do with my 90% is my business.
Well, I wouldn't want your 90% anyway. Thank you, Lamont.
You're welcome, Aunt Esther. So when do you get the child?
Well, we've been to the initial meetings, and now we have to go through the medical examination. And what is ha-ha supposed to mean?
It means that if you have to take a physical, then you're going to have trouble adopting the baby.
Why?
Because they don't let criminals adopt babies.
Who are you calling a criminal? I'm no criminal.
Not now. But if you're going to take a physical, you're going to have to take your clothes off. And if you take your clothes off, that's criminal.
Why, you beady-eyed.
Wait a minute. See, you take your clothes off, that would be first-degree ugliness with malice aforethought and attempt to cause blindness.
You old fish-eyed fool.
You old fat...
Don't you come...
Wait a minute.
Hey, son. Say, look, I got these flowers for you. Now, don't be mad with me.
Hey, Pop, I'm not mad at you for the way you treat me. I'm mad at you for the way you treat Aunt Esther. When you give her some flowers, I won't be mad at you no more.
Well, when I give her flowers, you know that I'm going mad.
You see, there you go again. Now, what could Aunt Esther possibly done to you to make you hate her all these years?
In the first place, she never liked me. Then in the second place, she opposed my marriage to your mother. And in the third place, she didn't like me after the wedding. And in all the other places, she's just too ugly.
You're impossible, you know that. Hello? Oh, hi, Aunt Esther. What? Oh, no.
What?
Oh, that's terrible. What? I'm sorry to hear that.
What? What?
He will, Aunt Esther. He will.
Who?
Oh, come on. Don't stop crying, okay?
Yeah, stop crying. What am I gonna do?
Wait a minute, Aunt Esther. Now, don't do anything terrible.
No, don't do it, Esther. Don't do it. I'll do what, son?
Pop will do it. He'll do it. Just say yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You hear that? Okay, now just relax, Aunt Esther. We'll be right over there. Great. Now, come on, let's go.
What am I gonna do?
You did a great thing over there on the phone
now?
just now.
Tell me what's happening.
You're gonna have to be Aunt Esther's husband.
Did you say Aunt Esther's husband?
Right.
You must be out of your mind.
Why? Just why in the world, why on earth did you pick this day to get drunk?
I didn't pick this day, Esther. This day just came along. Here I am. Bomb.
Oh, Woodrow, what am I gonna do?
I'm sorry, Esther. I really am. I just thought a little whiskey would calm my nerves. No. Whiskey, not Wixie. You see, I said Wixie. I meant whiskey. See, there's a big difference between Wixie and whiskey. You see?
Oh, shut up, Woodrow.
That explains it. Thank you, Esther.
Esther. Shh. What?
Somebody's calling you.
Nobody's calling me.
Yes, they are. I just heard somebody shout, Esther, Esther.
That was me shouting, Esther, Esther.
See, there it goes again.
I'll get it.
You'll get it?
Yeah, I'll get it.
Get what?
Get the door.
We got a door.
Someone's at the door, fool.
You see, I told you someone was calling you.
I told you that was me.
Oh, then that's probably you at the door.
Oh, Woodrow, you're a hopeless case.
Why don't I tell you to go away?
Hamlet.
How is he?
Still drunk.
Well, how much
Oh, Fred. Hey, Ma.
How much did he have to drink?
A bottle in a half an hour.
How can you drink a bottle in a half hour?
You got a bottle in a half hour, and I'll show you.
He got all nervous because the adoption lady was coming over and got drunk.
What's she coming over here for?
To see if we have proper environment to bring up a child.
Well, call him up, son, and stop him.
Why?
Undoubtedly, this is not the proper environment. Look here, a boozer and a loser.
You see what you did?
Well, I... Hey, Woody, maybe you can... All right. How can I help you?
Oh, do you mean it, Fred?
Oh, don't do that. Don't touch me. I don't be doing all that stuff. I ain't had my swine flu shot yet.
Oh, Fred, I don't know how I can thank you.
I'll tell you, just try shaving.
Look, Pop, this is what you and Aunt Esther have to do. Now,
No,
first of all,
I'll tell
now
you
wait
what
a
to
second.
do. I ain't gonna wait.
Hey, Pop, you and Aunt Esther better hurry up and get in here.
We hurry. Put that right there.
Okay, you both ready?
Yeah, we ready.
Okay, now, Pop, now you have to remember, you have to act as if you're a happily married couple.
I know.
And, Pop, you gotta act like you're the man of the house.
I know.
And like you love Aunt Esther.
I think I'm gonna throw up.
You promised Fred Sanford.
I know.
There they are now, look. Now, Pop, you get the door, and I'm gonna go in here and stay in the bedroom with Uncle Woody. No matter what you do, don't let him come in the bedroom.
Right.
Okay?
Coming. Oh, how do you do?
Well, how do you do? I'm Mrs. Sherman of the Adoption Agency.
Oh, how nice. I'm Mrs. Anderson, and this is my beloved husband, Woodrow. Woodrow, meet Mrs. Sherman. Woodrow. Woodrow!
Where are you going, Esther?
Yes, dear. Shut up, Polly.
I see you have a parrot.
Oh, yes, we thought it'd be nice for the child to have a home with a pet in it.
Oh, I agree with that.
Well, thanks a lot. I'm glad that you agreed with what I agreed on that you agreed with. And I think it'd give me a privilege to say it later on somewhere and give you a chance to agree with me again.
Yes, I see.
Would you like a cup of coffee?
No, thank you.
Cup of soup?
No.
What would
Can
you
I
like?
get anything for you?
I beg your pardon?
What would you like?
10 on the dot.
Polly want a punch in the beak?
You see, Mr. Sherman, Woodrow just loves to joke with our parrot.
Yes.
Oh. May I see your bird?
Watch it, Woodrow. You see, Mrs. Sherman, our bird is very shy, and I'm afraid if you look at him, he might become frightened. Then he wouldn't want to meet anyone new like our child.
Well, that's awfully thoughtful of you. You seem very anxious to have this child.
Oh, we are. We think we make wonderful parents.
Well, you just might. You see, Mrs. Anderson, we find the most important thing is for the child to come into a loving home.
Oh, this is the most loving home. Oh, yes, it is. Isn't it, Poopsie Whoopsie?
I think I'm a whoopsie all over my poopsie.
Oh, my, that is cute. You two really are cute. And this place seems so homey. Will you show me around?
Why, of course. Now, this room, by the way, is the living room. And that room is where Poopsie and I sleep. But if you say we can have the child, we're going to get a pull-out bed and put in here for us, and go give the child our bedroom.
Now, that's wonderful. You know, I just can't imagine why you shouldn't be allowed to adopt a child. Show me the room where the child will be sleeping.
Oh, wait a minute. The parrot is in there.
The parrot isn't more important than the child, right?
Why, no, of course, but,
Good day, madam, and thank you for dropping in.
Oh, I see you met my parrot.
One of you would like to explain what's going on here?
Well, see, when I was in town, I came and said not so long.
Are you feeling better, Mr. Anderson?
Oh, yes, thank you. I just have a slight headache.
it'll pass shortly, dear.
You really think so, Esther?
I know so. Because just as soon as Mrs. Sherman leaves, I'm going to knock your head off.
Now, don't be so upset with him, Mrs. Anderson. You know, I really can understand just how trying this was for both of you.
So what happens now?
Well, what I do is go back to my office and write a report on this meeting, and then decide whether or not you should adopt this child.
Well, you know, Mr. Sherman, Uncle Woody isn't drunk all the time, is he, Pop?
Oh, no. That's right. He just does it more for medicinal purposes, like the curious thirst.
Oh, Fred.
Fred, nothing. As important as it is for you to have a child, it's just as important for the child to have a good home. And I'm not gonna lie for you and nobody else and mess up a child's life.
You know, Pop, you sound serious.
I don't know a lot about a lot of things, but I know the most important thing in the world is to have good parents.
That's very true, Mr. Sanford.
I know it. I mean, you should see the home that I prepared for my son. A palace.
Yeah, you must come over sometime and I'll sort through the junk and show it to you.
Listen, son, junk doesn't ruin a home, just like expensive furniture doesn't make a home. What makes a home is nice, sober parents. That makes a home, no matter how ugly the wife is.
Watch it, Fred Sanford.
Listen, Esther, I know you'd make a good mother, and Woody would make a good father if he stopped drinking. If I was you, Miss Sherman, I'd come back in a while and see how he's doing. Then I'd give them the best child that you got. I mean that.
Oh, Fred Sanford, I love you.
Don't try to kiss me. That's the last thing I need is a terminal hickey.
Hey, Pop, you want to get that?
What do you think I'm doing? Somebody left an ape out on the doorstep.
Hey, how'd it go on, Esther?
Ask Woodrow.
How'd it go, Uncle Woody?
Well, Mrs. Sherman came back again today just like she promised. Oh, by the way, aren't you going to offer me a drink?
Would you care for a drink?
No, thank you. I don't drink anymore. I'm soon to be a father, you know. Come, Esther. Let's hurry before the toy store closes.
Hey, wait a minute. You mean to tell me they're going to let you have a child?
Yes, and thank you. Thank you both. Come on, baby.
Hey, Pop, you're crying.
Of course I'm crying, dummy.
I think it's beautiful, man. Uncle Woody stopped drinking, and now he and Aunt Esther are going to have a child. I think it's beautiful.
Beautiful is tragic. That poor man got to look at that ugly face for the rest of his life. Sober. Yes, yes. My, that is interesting. Thank you very much. Goodbye.
What's interesting, Pop?
Well, I was just checking with the adoption agency, son, and it's true. Everyone wants to adopt a newborn baby, but very few of them want to adopt the older youngsters.
Yeah, I know. There's a 5-year wait for a newborn baby, but for an older child, it doesn't take as long. But nobody wants to adopt an older child.
I know it. And there are thousands of homes in this city that can provide a beautiful, comfortable way of life for them.
I'm here.
Give them love and warmth and understanding. And that's what they really need.
I'm here.
So I want you to know that I added our names to the list.
To adopt a child?
No, to be adopted.
Hey, that's great, Pop.
That's Pops.
Okay, Pops. Why don't you put that down and do some work around here?
That's what I'm doing. I'm polishing up this bugle because when I'm done with it, it'll be worth at least $50.
$50? Are you kidding? I don't care how much polish you put on that thing. It ain't gonna be worth more than $10.
The bugle may be only worth $10, but the handkerchief used by Custard during the blowing of the retreat could be worth a fortune.
Custer was a general. He didn't blow a bugle.
I know, but when the bugler blew the retreat, Custer took out this very handkerchief.
You mean to tell me, surrounded by Indians, he took out a handkerchief to blow his nose?
No, he was trying to surrender. He said, "Back off, Indian, back off, you silly savage." It's Sitting Bull.
Oh, Fred.
Where you get all busting in my door anyway?
I'm sorry, Fred. It's an emergency. I need help.
Help? I'm just a junk man, not a plastic surgeon.
Please, Fred, I need your truck.
I agree, son. You take the truck and run over Esther's face.
You are an evil heathen. And one of these days, the Lord is going to strike you down if he ever decides to get his hands dirty.
What's the matter, Aunt Esther?
Our truck broke down, Lamont, and today is the day we're supposed to pick up our son.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. The adoption agency accepted you and Uncle Woody. Hey, congratulations. Listen, Aunt Esther, let me drive you over there in the truck because you got that whiplash, and it'll be kind of painful for you to drive.
Thank you, Lamont.
Why don't you sit down here and make yourself comfortable?
No, don't sit down on my couch. I'll have to have it condemned.
Fred Sanford.
That's Fred G. Sanford. And the G is for glad you're going. Goodbye.
Well, looking at you, I thought the G stood for God forbid.
Say, shouldn't we be leaving, Aunt Esther?
You're right, Lamont. Let's go.
Oh, say, listen, Esther, why don't you just run along with Lamont, and I'll meet you back at the house later, okay?
Yeah, I think he's right, Aunt Esther. There's only room for 3 of us in the truck.
Is this it? I mean, y'all get to keep the child forever?
Well, maybe. You see, he's going to stay with us for about a year. And if everything works out all right, then the adoption agency will make a recommendation to the court.
I know we'll like him. I just hope he likes us.
I know he'll like you, Esther.
Why, thank you, Fred.
Children always love animals.
Fred Sanford, you are the lowest of the low, and the meanest of the mean, and the baddest of the bad.
And you are the ugliest of the ugly.
That did it. Get him, Woodrow.
Woodrow.
Bang, bang!
We better leave, Aunt Esther, if we want to pick up your son on time.
My son. Yes, I'm going to get my son. Forgive me, Fred Sanford, if I made you angry. I should be thankful that the Lord has smiled upon me today. And in return, I should smile upon all his creatures. Bye, creature.
Bye, that.
Hi, Glory! Hi! Hey, he's coming outside! Hi! You old heathen!
I'll see if we have it, okay?
Right over here somewhere.
Hey, you know, Fred, I'm sure glad you came back with me, man. Hey, look at it. Huh? You know, I'm sure glad you came on back over here with me because, you know, I'm really, really nervous about, you know, being a father, man.
Well, I understand, Woody. I learned the day after Lamont was born, it's much harder to be a father than it is to become one.
Yeah, I know, Fred, but you see, I'm really concerned about his past. You know, he was a juvenile delinquent, and he just might still be.
Well, why did you adopt him?
Well, because he needed it the most. You know, he's the last person in the world that anybody wants.
Not true.
What do you mean?
Last person anybody would want would be Esther.
Hello, Mr. Anderson.
Hi.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where'd she come from?
Oh, she started to work here yesterday.
Is she up for adoption?
No, Fred.
Is she up for grabs?
Oh.
I'll ask her myself. Look here, honey, excuse me, but you do some very nice work.
Oh, you like my display?
Yes, very well stacked.
Why are you so interested in light bulbs?
I'm from Watts.
Say, listen, Fred, don't you know that you're twice her age?
Lucky her. Double your pleasure, double your fun. I'm Freddie G. Sanford. The G stand for gum.
Hey, here they are, Fred.
Here we are, Daniel. This is your store, and upstairs is your house.
That's him, Fred. Does he look tough to you?
Hard to tell. Standing next to Esther, King Kong would look like John Boy.
So all of this is mine, huh? My store and my house?
That's right, my son.
Well, all right then.
Don't stop him, Woody. Don't stop him. He might take Esther.
Woodrow, you haven't spoke to your new son. You ain't said nothing to him about the cash register either.
Just say hello, Woody, because he's already introduced himself to the cash register.
Well, hello, son.
Hello.
If you don't say something to him about that cash register, I'm going to ring up a no-sale knot on your head.
Can I talk to you both for a minute?
Hey, Woody, back off there. He wants to talk to me and Esther a minute.
What? Just a minute, mister. I want to talk to them. Here's all the money back.
Why, thank you, son, but why did you take it in the first place?
Because I've been around long enough, and I've been in trouble too many times, and I know a bad case when I see one. And that weirdo over there with the legs like parentheses is up to no good. What's so funny?
That weirdo is your new Uncle Fred. That's Lamont's father.
Hey, come here, Fred. Say, look, Daniel wasn't stealing our money. He was trying to protect us from you.
But why would he do that?
Because he's been around criminals long enough to know undesirables.
Well, he ought to feel right at home here.
Say, Daniel, say hello to Uncle Fred.
What's happening, Uncle Fred?
Uncle Fred, this.
Well, Daniel, this is it. And someday, this will all be yours.
Thank you. Oh. Can I have her now?
What you mean, Snookum?
Snookum?
Doris Snookum. Don't worry, Esther. Not just because I happen to think that she's cute and pretty and sweet and charming. That doesn't mean that I like her better than you just because you're not.
I'll deal with you later. Right now, let's all go up and get ready, because I got a surprise for you.
Oh, I like surprises.
Good. Some of the ladies from my church is coming over tonight to welcome Daniel to the community.
I hate surprises.
Shut up, Woodrow. Come on, darling. Good evening. Good evening. Hello there. Oh, ladies, meet our son, Daniel.
Hello, Daniel.
Woodrow, aren't you going to say hello to the ladies?
Hello, sisters.
Good evening, brother. How are you, Woodrow? You're looking healthy for a man of your age.
Oh, and might I say the same for you?
Thank you.
As a matter of fact, I hope I look that well when I'm 70.
I beg your pardon, but I'll have you to know that I haven't seen my 50th birthday.
Oh, well, I did. I saw your 50th birthday. And it was 20 years ago, if I recall.
Woodrow, if you don't shut your double-breasted lips, you're going to look off for the rest of your life.
Sister Esther.
Yes.
We have a little presentation we would like to make.
Yes, Sister Simpson.
To Daniel. Will it be Anderson?
Well, it takes about a year before the adoption becomes final. But if he decides to stay, then it'll be Daniel Anderson forever.
Well, suppose you don't want me at the end of the year.
Oh, son, that's out of the question. I want you now. And a year from now, I want you 365 times more.
Well, just give it to him like it is, sister.
Give him what, Sister Cooper?
This Bible. See, it has his name inscribed on it. Daniel Anderson. Son, bring it to church with you every Sunday when you come.
Isn't that wonderful, darling?
Yeah, it's a real nice present, and I'll keep it to read. But I won't be coming to church.
What?
You see, I don't believe in God.
Oh, goodness.
Well, you want to buy it?
There's a rag in it.
No, that's not a rag. That's General Custer's handkerchief.
You're kidding. And there's initials on it.
There are?
Yeah, FS. Fred Sanford.
No, that's First Sergeant Custer. See, he got this handkerchief before he became a general.
How much?
$50 for the bugle and the invaluable handkerchief.
How much for just the bugle?
$49.95.
Oh, man, that's ridiculous.
Look here, right. I see that you love bugles. $35.
Goodbye.
All right, I'll level with you. This wasn't blown by Custard. It was blown by Private Brown during the invasion of Normandy. $20. Okay, wait a minute. I'll tell you the truth. Well, it was used by a Boy Scout to bang on the drum of the parade last Thursday. $15.
Oh, forget it, man.
Wait a minute. I found it. $5. You cheap turkey.
What's happening, Fred?
It's Uncle Fred.
Uncle Fred.
Uncle Fred Sanford. And you can drop the uncle, you can drop the Fred, you can drop the Sanford, and you can drop out of sight.
You too, huh?
Me too what?
Don't want me around.
You can stay, but just let me frisk you before you leave here.
Hey, Daniel, what's happening, buddy?
Not too good, Lamont.
What's the matter?
Everything, man. I was wondering if you could drive me back to the home.
Why?
Because they don't want me.
Who don't want you?
Mr. and Mrs. Anderson.
Oh, come on now, Daniel. Whatever gave you that idea, man?
She said, "Get out of my house, heathen."
That would do it.
Look, why don't you sit down for a minute, Daniel?
I just as soon get back to the home.
He just as soon get back to the home. Besides, I don't want to sit around here watching him steal.
I didn't steal that stuff.
Mm.
Oh, I gave it back anyway.
Mm.
All I did was borrow it.
Say, what did you borrow?
Some musical instruments. Hey, man, I can't afford to buy it. So I broke in this music store and took some instruments and some lesson books. And I got caught when I broke in to return them. Man, I was only 10 years old.
Hey, listen, Daniel, that's all over with, man. That's all behind you. That's the past. What I want to know is why Aunt Esther asked you to leave the house.
I just told her I didn't believe in God, that's all.
That's all? Telling Esther there's no God is like telling Jimmy Carter there's no more toothpaste.
Hey, Pop, would you excuse Daniel and myself for a minute?
For what?
Well, a little conversation, you know, man to man.
Man to man? Who I look like, Doris Day?
Okay, young man to younger man.
I may be 68 years old, but I can still float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. You got anything to say, you can say it in front of me.
All right, how about son to son?
Make that dummy to dummy and I'll leave.
Okay, you got it.
All right, I'll go into the kitchen. Dummies.
Thank you. Okay, sit down. Now, this is what I want you to do. See?
Who could that be?
It's Aunt Esther.
What does she want?
I asked her to come over.
Why? The exterminator don't get ill next Wednesday.
Oh, come on in, Aunt Esther, Uncle Woody.
What is it you want to tell me about that heathen child I don't already know?
Who not only doesn't believe in God, but he's also a thief.
Just go to show you what happened to people who don't believe in God.
Let him among us who is without sin cast the first brick at Esther's face.
Watch it, sucker.
Say, Aunt Esther, let me ask you a question. What difference does it make whether or not Daniel believes in God?
What difference does it make?
The difference is that up until now, Daniel's never had a reason to believe in anything. But that's all behind him now. And he's got you and Uncle Woody, and with your influence, he'll probably believe in God. I think he needs you and Uncle Woody, honest.
But he's a thief, Ma.
No, he's not.
Excuse me, am I next?
For what?
To buy something.
Well, you can see right by the crowd here that we're very busy, and you see the customers milling around. Less standing and more milling.
I'm looking for some junk I use in a bicentennial pageant that an Indian guide group of mine is putting on. For example, an old fife and drum or a bugle or something.
A bugle? Did you say a bugle? Of course you said a bugle. You wouldn't lie to me, would you? Here's a bugle. I just happen to have one. And you see, it was the original bugle.
It's $10.
Will it play?
Not by itself. See, if you just take it home and try it, and then if it don't work, then that's because you might need lessons.
No, never mind. Thank you.
Just a second. Let me see that for a minute.
Huh? Better keep your eye on it, Fred.
Yeah.
How much did you say that was?
$15.
I thought you said 10.
That was without the floor show.
Okay, I'll take it. Thank you.
Not bad, Daniel. Not bad.
Not bad, darn good. And he taught himself. That's why he was arrested for borrowing them music books. But you can't forgive that. Not you. You hold that against him. Anyone else would be proud to have a son like that. But not you. Look up in that Bible of yours, Esther, and see if there's anything in there about forgiving. Forgiving. You should be ashamed of yourself, Woody. Hey, Lamont, take him on back to the home.
Home? He's not going to any home. Except for the home of his mother and father. Right, Father?
Right, Mother. Right, son?
Right, Dad.
Dad. Hot damn.
Woodrow! Like father, like son. Come on, let's go home.
Son?
Yeah, Pop?
Let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
How come you never call me Dad?
Oh, I don't know. I suppose it's because you're more of a pop than a dad.
Really? Pop this.
You know, you're really something, Dad.
Thanks, son. There's some salad for you in the kitchen.
I know. It's the original bugle used by Patton to wake up his troops, right?
No, dummy, it's a real trumpet with real valves and everything. Gotta be worth at least $50.
How do you know that?
Because that's what I paid for it.
You paid $50 you paid for that? Pop, what are we gonna do with a $50 trumpet? Anybody that would be in the market to buy a $50 trumpet wouldn't come to a junkyard.
Come in, Daniel.
What's happening, Lamont? You want to see me, Uncle Fred? Wow, that's a bad trumpet.
That's what I wanted to see you about. You like it?
Hey, it's out of sight.
It's yours.
Oh, man, I can't take this. This must have cost 50 or 60 bucks.
That old trumpet? No, I picked it up real cheap, didn't I, Lamont?
Oh, yeah, he just polished it up to make it look good.
Hey, man, how can I thank you?
Do you know Sugar Blues? You know that song?
No, but I promise I'll learn it for you.
Oh, hey, listen, there's a mute that goes with it. Don't forget the mute.
Oh. Hey, thanks. But it doesn't fit.
Well, don't worry, we won't let it go to waste.
What do you mean?
You can stick it in your mother's mouth. I'm sorry, Daniel.
Don't spoil it.
I'm sorry, Daniel. Yeah, I mean, you have a wonderful mother. So try sticking it in your father's ear.
Come on, Pop, the taxi will be here any minute. We're gonna be late.
I'm coming. Well, here I am. How do I look?
How do you look? You look like a well-dressed penguin.
I thought you'd like it. I've had this suit on since Joe Louis beat Max Schmeling. Me and your mama really celebrated that night. Went to the club, Alabama. We had fun. How you feel, son?
I feel terrible, Pop. I got butterflies in my stomach and my heart's pounding, and I can't keep my hands still.
Well, it serves you right. The whole thing is ridiculous. It won't work. I'll give it 2 weeks.
Now, don't start that, Pop. You've been against this thing ever since I told you I was gonna get married.
Who, me?
Yes, you. If I listen to you, I'd never get married. You just don't want me to get married. That's what it is.
Well, you hardly know the girl. How long y'all been going together? 2 months?
So what? How long did you go with Mama?
2.5 years.
Oh.
That's right. I went with your mama 2.5 years before I kissed on the cheek. That was on New Year's Eve. At 12 o'clock. Straight up. In the dark.
Yeah, well, we do things a lot faster today, and I don't want to talk about that. Pop, if you got the ring.
Yeah, I got the ring.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. What's the matter with you?
Where is it?
I had it right here.
Pop, I gave you that ring last night. Now, if you lost that ring...
Just settle down. Here's the ring right here. I got it wrapped up here in this handkerchief.
Would you take it out of that handkerchief? That's got to go on her finger.
Well, I bet you my handkerchief is just clean as her finger.
Would you just hold on to that ring? Pop, where's the cab? Where's the taxi?
I called them.
Well, call them again. They're not here yet. They should have been here.
I called them an hour ago.
Get in there and call them again. For goodness sakes, everything goes wrong. They're getting married.
Nervous.
The taxi's not even here.
I gotta learn how to relax.
Hey, Pop, tell him it's an emergency, all right?
I'll tell him, just hold on. Hello? Yeah, is this a taxi cab company? Yeah, well, this is Fred Stanford calling. That's S-A-N-F-O-R-D, period. Speaking. Yeah, listen, I called for a cab about an hour ago, and so far, did no cab come yet. Huh? Hey, listen, is this a white cab company? Uh-huh. 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 Oh, y'all don't have to worry no more. Everything is cool now. No, look, if you don't want to stop, just slow down. We'll get in. Hey, bye. They ain't gonna come.
What are we gonna do, Pop?
Hey, listen, everything will be all right.
Everything goes wrong. What are we gonna do?
Well, listen, we'll take the truck.
The truck? We're not gonna take this old broken down truck onto my wedding day.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Everybody be laughing at us, Pop.
They won't laugh. We'll park the truck over there by Mama's kitchen around the corner.
Oh, just get in the truck.
Place hasn't changed much. What? Church. Haven't been here since we laid your mother away.
That's a nice thing to bring up on my wedding day.
Casket was sitting right here where you gonna get married. Sure look good, your mama. Laying there with a new dress on. Look good enough to take to Chinatown. I don't know what you had to get married here for anyway. Could have went on down to City Hall and had it done. Just a waste of money, that's what it is.
I already told you, Pop, Crystal wanted a church wedding.
Crystal? Wasn't Crystal. It was old uppity family. Bunch of jive niggas.
Sitting over there, they'll hear you. Just keep it down.
No, just don't be surprised if they take you somewhere and make you put on a chauffeur's cap. See, they playing Guess Who's Coming to Dinner and you Sidney Poitier. Look at them sitting over there like they too good to mix with us.
They're not supposed to, Pop.
Never thought I'd see the day where there'd be segregation in Central Avenue Baptist Church.
I already told you they're not supposed to mix with us until after the wedding.
What do you say old man does? Work at the post office.
That's right, he works in the post office. He's in charge of a window.
I bet he's in charge of all of the windows, cleaning them. I'm telling you, boy, you're making a mistake getting mixed up with that bunch.
Pop, would you just get used to the idea? Now, we already agreed to all the conditions you wanted. Now, we're gonna get married, and we're gonna live with you, and I'm gonna stay in the business. We're gonna stay with you right until the day that you get laid out in this church, just like Mama. And that might be the next service if you don't shut your big mouth.
I was thinking about you. You know, you're just throwing your life away.
Throwing my life away? Pop, I'm not Harry Belafonte. I'm Lamont Sanford, a lousy junk dealer who's over 30. I'm lucky to get her. That girl could have had her pick, but she picked me. Now, Pop, this could be the happiest day of my life if you just back off.
Well, I ain't gonna say another thing. Try to help you, but you won't listen. So you're on your own, boy.
Good.
I'm gonna button my lip.
Perfect.
I ain't gonna say one more thing.
Thank you.
I give it 2 weeks. She's late, ain't she? I bet she don't show up.
I thought you said you were gonna shut up.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't give it a week. I bet she don't show up at all.
The bride has just arrived, Mr. Sanford.
I lose.
I'm sorry.
Nothing, Reverend Tremble. He didn't say nothing.
Why don't you and your father take your place?
You ready for the execution? Need a blindfold? She ain't in no big hurry to get up here, is she? Maybe she got a bad heart. Did she have a checkup? You could be marrying a very sick girl, son. Think about them doctor bills. Shh, here she is.
Dearly beloved, we assemble here to join together in bonds of Christian marriage, this man and this woman. It is these Christian bonds that serve as an anchor for your continued happiness. Who gives this woman to be married to this man?
I do.
Do you, Lamont Grady Sanford, take Crystal Simpson to be your lawful wedded wife, to love her and cherish her as you do your own life until death do you part?
I do.
Do you, Crystal Simpson, take Lamont Grady Sanford to be your lawful wedded husband, to love him and cherish him as you do your own life until death do you part?
No.
You have brought rain.
Wait a minute, Reverend Trumbull. She said no.
She did. I wasn't listening. Crystal, honey, you're supposed to say, I do.
But I don't. I mean, I can't marry him. I'm sorry, Lamont.
Well, this is very unusual. I don't know.
Did you say something to her?
I ain't said nothing to her. Crystal, baby, what's wrong?
There's nothing wrong, but I can't do it. I changed my mind.
Oh, there, honey. Well, you don't have to marry him if you don't want to.
Thank you, Mother.
Say, can we have a few minutes alone together? Come on, Crystal.
Take your hands off her. She doesn't want to marry you. I knew it was a mistake right from the beginning. Marrying a common, ordinary junk man.
Now listen, sister. Wait a minute, stay. Don't stand in the way. I ain't gonna let this liver lip broad insult you.
However, did you hear what he called me?
Listen.
Well, don't stand there. Do something about it.
Listen, don't you get up. You
Be quiet.
Be quiet, everybody. I just changed my mind, that's all. There's just no need to go on like this. You're all behaving just like children.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, that's right.
Say, Crystal, let's just go down to City Hall, just the two of us, okay?
My daughter is not going to marry you, you nobody.
Nobody? If ain't nobody marrying nobody, it's my son who ain't marrying nobody. Ain't nobody marrying nobody.
Everybody just stop it. Would you all just stop it? Will everybody stop it? Now just leave this thing up to me and Crystal, all right? Crystal? Crystal!
Let her go!
See what happened?
Let her go!
That's good.
She's better off without her.
She's better off without him, you
better
dumb
get out
deal.
of my face and you two. That was a nice service, Reverend Trumbull. Thank you.
What'd she have to do that for, Papa? What for?
I don't know. Don't worry about her. She wasn't too much. She had ugly legs.
She had beautiful legs.
Skinny. Skinny legs. Skinny legs. In a few years, the veins start showing. Her leg looked like a tight salami with the rope wrapped around it. Here, have a drink. Make you feel better.
I don't understand it, Pop. She was so sweet.
Yeah, sweet before the wedding. Then after the wedding, she'd be just like her mama, King Kong in bloomer.
What did she have to show up for just to say no, Pop? She made me look like a fool.
Forget about her. Let's eat some of this food here. Look at the nice gifts and everything. What a spread. Look here. You know, the delicatessen did a good job, didn't it? Look at all these nice things. Potato salad, slaw. And look here. Here's some chopped liver. That's Jewish soul food. Yeah, have some.
I don't want nothing to eat. She made me look like a fool, Pop. Everybody in this town's gonna be laughing at me. Lamont got stood up. He got left waiting at the church. Say, Pop, let's move back east. It'll help me forget. We can go to Newark. They got a black mayor there.
Black mayor ain't gonna help you forget. He got enough troubles of his own. See, you're still young, son. You got your whole life before you. Forget about that. Go out and have some fun. Meet your girl and live it up.
Live it up. You got no feeling at all, Pop. You know that I just got crushed. You're talking about live it up.
Yeah, live it up. See, it's like biting an apple in the dark. See, if the first bite is sour, you turn it around and nibble somewhere else.
That's really a gem, Pop. That was beautiful. Who said that? Confucius?
Confucius? No, I said it. Always worked for me. You know, I've been through quite a few apples in my time.
Well, just go nibble your apples and leave me alone.
I was thinking about you. Why don't we just change clothes and go somewhere? Let's go to the roller derby.
That's terrific. Maybe I'll be able to pick up a skater.
Well, that ain't too bad. They won't have no skinny legs.
You're ridiculous, you know that?
I know how you feel, son. See, you had a disappointment. See, it's like cutting away a corn. See, at first the toe is sensitive, and then it hardens up so you can walk. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got a disappointment, and you got bad feet.
It's the door.
No kidding.
Well?
Well, what?
Want me to answer it?
No, have it framed and hang it on the wall.
Rosetta!
Oh, you poor boy. What a terrible thing to happen. It's a shame your mother isn't here to see this day. Only a mother would understand.
Thanks a lot, Aunt Rosanna.
Well, now, if that two-faced little brat comes around this neighborhood, she'll get a mouthful from me.
No, look, just forget about it. Why don't you have something to eat and... Here, have a drink.
Oh, no, I couldn't. I'm on a diet. Well, since I'm here, I might as well have a little taste of gin to settle my stomach.
You mean a water glass full of gin?
What do you mean by that?
You know what I mean.
No, I don't know what you mean.
Rosetta, last time you settled your stomach, it was so settled you couldn't move.
I knew it all the time. I knew it. Didn't I say so, Rosetta? I knew it couldn't last. When I saw that little old gal, I knew she was no good. And her and her wiggly walk. Oh, you poor thing. I feel so sorry for you. Oh, yes, I do, but I knew it wouldn't last.
Thanks a lot, Aunt Hazel.
I tell you what you do, darling. You just come on over to our house and stay a while. You know, we love you. Get away from old sourpuss over there.
Hazel, how would you like one across your lip? You know, I don't mind giving a lady one across the lip.
And I bet that'll be the last time you give somebody something across the lips.
No, it won't.
Oh, yes, it will.
Hazel, if I hit you in the mouth, I bet your lips get to the hospital before the ambulance.
No, they won't.
Listen, I fought heavyweights before, you know. You better get
Oh, yes, we're going to get into it. I want to stop. Why don't you stop?
Aunt Hazel.
Aunt Hazel? You mean which Hazel?
Lamont, I'm sorry as I can be, boy. I don't know what to say.
Thanks a lot, Uncle Edgar.
I really felt sorry for you up there, boy. When that little girl ran out on you like that, I was thinking to myself, I'll bet he feels like a real dummy up there. That's what you look like up there. A real dummy.
She made me look like a fool, Uncle Edgar.
Yeah, what's going to happen if she shows up?
I'm gonna take her skinny legs and tie them up in a knot.
It's definitely off, huh?
You can bet your sweet pop it's off.
What are you going to be doing with the toaster?
The what?
This toaster. The wedding present your Aunt Elsie and me gave you.
Thanks a lot, Uncle Edgar. That's just what we wanted, a toaster.
It's not much use to you now, is it?
No, I guess not. I really didn't have a chance to think about all of this.
I was thinking, long as I'm here, well, you see, I mean...
Edgar, why don't you just come on out and admit that you want your toaster back?
No, I was wondering. See, we don't have one and the thing costs $19.95.
You know good and well you didn't buy that toaster. That's something you had left from the riots.
Now, wait a minute, Fred. Wait a minute. That was a legitimate purchase. I bought it. I bought it...
In the pool hall.
Well, I'll tell you the truth. I was going to ask about these sheets. Well, since they're not going to be used, it's a sin to make them go to waste, and it wasn't monogrammed. I can take them back.
Say, kid, don't put your feet up on my good couch. I'm going over there with the rest of the kids and have a piece of cake. This couch is for drinking.
What did you do with that tablecloth I brought you?
I don't know, Aunt Hazel. It should be here with all the rest of the presents.
Well, it's not here.
Well, I don't know.
It's supposed to be here with the rest of the presents. Or maybe you didn't think it was good enough for you.
Pop, have you seen her tablecloth?
Yes, here on the table. We're using it.
Using the wedding presents before they're even married. Now we can't even take them back.
Well, I didn't get married. Don't look at me.
I'll buy you another tablecloth, Aunt Hazel.
Oh, no. It's only me, your old aunt. And my gift was the first one they used, and now I can't ever take it back.
Well, I'll take the cheese board back. Paul,
Yeah, I may
come
as well
up here and
take
get
my
something.
toaster
Might
back.
as well
Hey,
take them back
y'all,
for 'em.
Come on, you children, and get these things.
Yeah.
They don't want
Come on out here.
Come on, take it.
One of these.
All right.
Say, what are you people doing? What are you just stop? Would you just stop it?
You tell him, son.
What's the matter with you people? I don't believe you. I just had the shock of my life less than an hour ago, and what are you all doing? You're standing around here worrying about your dumb wedding presents. Well, I don't want you or your presents in my house for another second.
We don't have to be no man.
That's exactly right. I tell you exactly what you can do. You can figure out who belongs to what out in the yard.
And don't say we didn't feed you. And here's some dessert. Hazel, you never looked sweeter. That was nice. I enjoyed every moment.
What a disastrous day this has been.
No, son, it's more like the answer to a prayer. Lead us not into temptation. You got detoured just in time.
Well, I'm going upstairs and stretch out, Pop. I really need it after today.
Yeah, son, I know how you feel.
Oh, say, Pop.
Huh?
I forgot to cancel the honeymoon suite.
Well, it's too late now. They're not going to give you your deposit back. So why don't you go on out there anyway? They got TV in the room. You can watch the roller derby.
No, I don't think so. I'm just going to bed.
Okay, son.
Hey, Pop. Say, that hotel is out by the beach. How'd you like to spend a few days near the ocean?
Me?
Yeah. We could take a couple of bottles of this champagne, and we could take a little vacation.
Vacation, yeah. I'll get the checkerboard and pack a couple of sweaters.
Okay, hurry up. Some champagne over here. Some champagne?
Hey, son, I was just thinking. You know, things must be getting better for us.
What do you mean, Pop?
Well, me and your mama could never afford a honeymoon, and now look, me and you going. was real nice.
Yeah, a couple of days at the ocean will really do you good, Pop.
Sure will. Wait a minute, don't sit down, son. Come here. Look at this.
What's this?
It's an ashtray. I picked it up at the hotel where we stayed at. Souvenir.
A souvenir? It doesn't even have the name on it, Pop. It says help prevent forest fires.
Well, you and I'll know. And look here.
Stationery, a pen? You swiped all this stuff?
Don't say swipe. Look.
A towel? Why didn't you take the lamp?
I couldn't get it in the bag. But I got this.
A light bulb. Pop, you swiped all this stuff. What'd you do that for?
Don't say that. Well, you know, they took all the... It's supposed to be your wedding, and they took all the wedding gifts back, so I thought I'd pick you up a few things. How about that?
A Bible? Pop, you stole a Bible. We got a Bible upstairs. You don't need this.
Well, we'll use this from downstairs. That way we'll have full coverage. And besides, I didn't swipe the Bible. It was in the honeymoon suite. And look, it's brand new. See, people don't have time to read in the honeymoon suite.
Pop, it says right here in this book, thou shalt not steal.
And it also says in this book, the meek shall inherit the earth. So you got to start somewhere. Well, many happy returns, son.
Well, we're moving on up to the side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. We're moving on up to the side. We finally got a piece of the pie. Fish don't fry in the kitchen, beans don't burn on the grill. Took a whole lot of trying just to get up that hill. Now we're up in the big leagues, getting our turn at bat. As long as we live, it's you and me, baby. There ain't nothing wrong with that. We're moving on up to the side, to a deluxe apartment in the sky. We're moving on up to the side. We finally got a piece of the pie.
I don't know how I ever managed without that dishwasher. It's such a convenience.
Yeah. Now we don't have to fight about me helping you with the dishes anymore.
You never helped me with the dishes.
I know that, but at least now we don't have to fight about it.
Do you have to read the paper at the table?
Not all of it. I like to read the sports section in the John.
Why can't we just talk? We always had something to talk about before we were married.
Sure. That's because I was always saying, oh, come on, Weezy. And you was always saying, cut it out, George.
Then maybe I'd better start saying that again. Then we'll have something to talk about. Hello? Oh, Claire, how have you been? Oh, no. When did it happen? Oh, I'm so sorry. She was such a lovely person. Of course I'll come. Where will it be? Uh-huh. And the time? Uh-huh. Well, thank you for letting me know, Claire. Bye.
Who died?
Aunt Alice.
I ain't got no Aunt Alice.
Oh, she wasn't really my aunt. We just called her that.
Oh, and who was she?
She was our next-door neighbor when I was a kid. When my mother was sick or she had to go to work, Aunt Alice would help out. She'd clothe us, dress us, clean the house, and she'd never ask for anything in return.
Oh, yeah, I remember meeting her once. Real sweet old lady. Sorry she's gone.
Thank you, George.
When's the funeral?
Monday.
Well, you go and have a good time. I don't mean have a good time. I mean, you be sure and go.
Oh, I am going. And you're going with me.
No, I ain't. George, but you know I hate funerals. If it was up to me, I wouldn't even go to my own.
You're acting childish.
No, I ain't. Funerals make me sick on my stomach. Ever since Papa's funeral. I'll never forget that day. I was 10 years old. And they dressed me all up in this old heavy black woolen suit. And it was so hot, I was itching, they wouldn't even let me scratch. It was awful. And then the smell of them old gardenias, I almost passed out.
George, I'm asking you to do this for me. Please don't shame me in front of Alice's family by making me show up alone.
Oh, come on, Weezy, why do I have to go? I hardly even know her.
Do you know me?
Sure.
Do you want to keep on knowing me?
Okay, I'll go. But we're going to get there early, and you're going to introduce me to all Alice's friends, and you say, see, he came with me. Then you go in, and I'll go home.
No, you won't. You'll be there Monday at 1 o'clock.
Uh-oh. Too bad. I can't go Monday.
Why not?
I got a date.
With who?
With Mama. It's the first Monday. You know I always take her to lunch on the first Monday of the month.
Yeah, well, tell her you can't make it this Monday.
I can't do that.
I'm not asking you to cancel the lunch. Just postpone it till Tuesday or Wednesday.
No, it's got to be Monday. That's where it's always been, and that's where Mom expects it.
George, I'm sure she'll understand if you'll just explain to her about my friend Alice. The disappointment won't kill her.
No, but it might kill me. I'd rather disappoint your dead friend than my living mama.
I hope I don't die on the first Monday of the month, or you are going to have a hell of a decision to make.
That wasn't funny.
It wasn't meant to be.
Will you get that, Tom?
Why can't you get it?
I'm not dressed.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, darn it.
It's Louise, Helen. She brought that ribbon you wanted.
Oh, thanks, Louise.
You're welcome.
Have you lost something?
Be careful where you walk. I dropped one of my eyelashes. That's not funny, Tom. It's my last set.
I think I just found them.
Where? Thanks a lot. Now I'm going to look like I was kicked in the eye.
Sorry. I don't understand why you just don't let your own lashes grow longer.
Oh, thanks. The ribbon's just perfect. Hey, girl, are you all right? You look down.
Oh, I'm okay.
And how's George?
Sulking in the bedroom.
What for this time?
'Cause he's afraid of funerals.
Were you going to kill him?
Not yet. I want him to come to a funeral of an old family friend. But he always puts his mother first.
She's having a funeral, too?
No, he's taking her to lunch.
Oh, well, that's a nice thing to do.
I asked him to skip it just this once. But oh, no. Every first Monday of the month, he has a date to take her to lunch. You can set your calendar by it.
That's very interesting.
It is?
I couldn't help overhearing. George's father died when George was very young, didn't he?
Oh, it's okay, Louise. We're going to a costume party.
Really? Who are you going as?
Snow White.
And who are you supposed to be?
The handsome prince, of course.
A handsome prince?
That's who I'm supposed to be, but this was the only costume they had left.
That would fit him.
Watch it, Snow White. You know, Louise, it's possible that George has felt guilty all his life about his father's death.
Well, he didn't kill him. His father was hit by a bus.
While he was going to work in order to support his family.
He was going to play a number.
George might not even know he's been feeling guilty, but he had to take his father's place in the home. It's a very common thing among sons and mothers. Their relationship becomes more like wife and husband.
That's ridiculous, Tom.
No, it is not. Look, I'm not saying there's any incestuous connotation.
Oh, what a relief, because I don't know what that means.
You have been talking out of the back of your ears, Tom. George just wants an excuse not to go to the funeral, that's all.
Oh, it's not as simple as that.
Sure it is. And I agree with Louise. He ought to break his date with his mother.
Aha! His date. You see, you picked that word because that's what it is, a date.
Oh, come on.
I'm serious. I published books on this subject. I know all about it.
You also published The Extra-Sensual Husband, but,
That was a low blow, Helen.
I'm kidding.
Well, but it is a fact, Louise. Some mothers sort of blackmail their sons a little to get attention all the time, to have a man looking after them.
But Mother Jefferson does that with everybody.
Oh, you're fighting a losing battle on that lunch, Louise. Haven't you ever noticed grown men almost flirting with their mothers? Oh, you've heard them. Isn't she a sweetheart? How's my best girl today?
How's my best girl? Does George say that? Huh. Well, thanks for cheering me up.
Anytime.
Oh, take it easy, Louise.
Have a nice party. And Tom, can I put my order in now?
For what?
Easter eggs.
I didn't expect to see you today, Mama.
I know, but I was just on my way home from the Golden Years Senior Citizens Club, and I thought I'd stop by and say goodnight.
Oh, that's nice. Want some coffee?
Well,
Please be back to fix you some soon.
Why, Mother Jefferson, what are you doing here?
I brought you a present, Louise.
Why, thank you. How thoughtful.
Bertie and I entered the tango contest at the club, and we won first prize. I knew you'd love it for your living room.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Hey, that's terrific, ain't it? Thanks, Mom.
I just knew it was you, Louise.
It's, really something.
Well, I'm glad you like it. It's something you can always remember me by. Well, I know you two want to be alone, so I'm off to my itty-bitty apartment. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye, Mama.
And don't forget our date, George. Remember, we're having lunch on Monday.
How could I forget?
You wouldn't stand me up, would you?
Are you kidding? How could I ever stand up my best girl? Wasn't that nice of Mama to give us this, whatever it is?
Oh, is that your mama? I thought it was your best girl.
What?
How could I ever think of standing up my best girl?
What's wrong with that?
Your wife is supposed to come first, George. Your mother's not supposed to be your best girl.
That was just an expression, Wheezy.
In a pig's eye, and that's an expression too, George.
Why are you getting so steamed up? It's just a little game we play. Mama likes to hear me say it.
Well, this mama don't. never minded before. Better late than never. And it's time you told your best girl you're not taking her to lunch on Monday because you are coming to the funeral with me. Wheezy, wheezy, wheezy. Easy. Do you really think that I'd rather be having a dull lunch with Mama than being with you and your dead Aunt Alice? Yes. I'll let you in on a secret. I can't stand those lunches. Then why do you do it every month? Because if I didn't, it would break her heart. You know how she looks forward to those lunches. She's blackmailing you. That's crazy. Why should she blackmail me? I give her money anytime she wants it. I don't mean that sort of blackmail. I mean, she's been using your guilt to get you to do things for her. What guilt? George, when your father died, you felt you had to take over for him. How could I do that? I was only a kid. There was 4 of us in that house. Mama had to work her butt off to take care of us. Maybe that's where the guilt started. And I think she's been playing on it all these years. You know, there's something to be said for what you think. At last. And that something is garbage. All right, then prove I'm wrong. Come to the funeral with me. That wouldn't prove you was wrong. That would just prove I was nuts. It's time your mother set you free, George. And I think she ought to be told so right to her face. Back off. Why, hello, Mother Jefferson. What brings you back here?
I got all the way to the corner and I didn't have exact bus fare, and that bus driver wouldn't trust me for a nickel.
Imagine that.
And I even offered to give it to him the next time I saw him. And I told him who you were, George.
What did he say to that?
He said, get off the bus.
Here's a nickel.
Thank you, Louise. Now, this is just a loan.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh, no, I insist. Now, George will pay you back. Won't you, son?
Oh, sure. George will do anything for his best girl.
I haven't interrupted a quarrel, have I?
Yes.
Well, you two just go right on fighting as if I wasn't here.
No, it ain't nothing, Mama. Louise just wants me to go to a funeral Monday, that's all.
It's an old friend of the family.
Her family, not ours.
Oh, but
No, now, Mama, I know what you're going to say. Monday is our lunch date. Well, look, don't worry. I'm not going to that funeral. I wouldn't stand you up, Mumsy. We're still going to lunch.
George, you've got to go to that funeral.
But, Mama...
You don't have to come to lunch with me. I'll come to the funeral with you.
Say what?
I haven't been to a good funeral in years. Not much of a turnout, is it?
No.
I could understand it if the weather was bad, but a nice day like this place ought to be full.
Well, Aunt Alice was an old lady. Most of her friends have probably passed away.
Well, I hope so for her sake.
Where is he?
Who?
The minister. It's 5 after 1. When are you going to get things started? Aunt Alice is waiting.
Keep your voice down.
George, I just had a wonderful idea.
What is it?
You remember that cute little restaurant you once took me to, the Copper Kettle?
Yeah.
Well, it's just 2 blocks away.
Now, Mama.
I was thinking after the funeral, we'll still have time for our lunch.
Mama, maybe we better not have lunch together.
But it's one of my favorite places, and they have the nicest little pastry car.
I don't feel like having lunch with you today.
Well, that's all the thanks I get after all I've done for you. I guess that's what mothers are for. Give, give, give. Never ask for anything in return. Now, even a little lunch is too much to expect. Mark my words, George, you're going to remember this when I'm dead and gone. Then it'll be too late.
Blackmail?
Lord knows I just...
Come with me, Mama.
What, George?
I said come with me.
George, what's the meaning of this? George, why are you embarrassing me?
Look, Mama, just be quiet and listen.
George!
Now, look, don't be Georging me. Now, just listen. I ain't taking you to lunch once a month anymore.
George!
There you go, George, again. I ain't saying I gonna never take you to lunch, but if I feel like it, I will. Or if you feel like it, you call me, and if I can't make it, I'll tell you. But from now on, there ain't gonna be no rule no more.
George, if your father were living to
He'd say I was right, and you know it.
You wouldn't talk to me like that if you loved me.
Of course I love you. I wouldn't be yelling if I didn't love you.
Here. That's no way to talk to an old lady.
Who are you calling me?
Look, Jack, this ain't none of your business.
It certainly is. I'm the Reverend Greenwood, and if you keep shouting out here, nobody's gonna hear me in there.
How do you do, Reverend? Shame on you talking that way to the Reverend.
That's all right. I'm used to it. People don't respect men of God the way they used to. Shall we go in?
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm sorry I'm late, but I just came from another funeral, and the traffic coming back was deadly. So... Let's get right to it. The universe is God's house. In his house are many rooms. Death merely pushes aside the door so we may pass from one room to the other.
This will be the first lunch we've missed in 10 years.
We should look on this gathering not as a time of sorrow, but as a time of opportunity for one of our sisters who has passed on.
It ain't gonna work.
Cut it out, Mama.
That's all right, brother. Let her cry. Tears wash away the sorrow. It's only fitting that we should grieve for a sister who in a short span of 87 years earned the love and respect of all whose lives she touched.
I can't stand to see you crying.
I tell you, brothers and sisters, the name of our dear departed is inscribed in the great book.
I'm sorry, George. If I'd have known it was going to be this hard for you, I wouldn't have asked you to come.
Passes through those pearly gates. The angels will pause. I said the angels will pause. Don't you ever be forgotten here on earth. But her memory revived in the hearts forever. Well, deliver the soul of our dear departed. Is he delivered? Thank you, sister. Thank you.
What for?
Oh, you made that funeral for me. I haven't done a eulogy like that in years. I always say all it takes is one good cry to get a real flood started.
Thank you. I always like to do my bit.
If it weren't for you, I don't think there would have been any display of grief. I'm sure that you know the deceased was not a very likable person.
What are you talking about? Alice Johnson was an angel.
Perhaps, but Rose Spinner was just the opposite.
Who's Rose Spinner?
The dear departed, the one that you was crying your heart out for.
What happened to Alice Johnson?
Alice Johnson? I'm sure we have an Alice Johnson. Yeah, here it is, Alice Johnson. Her funeral's been put back to 4 o'clock.
Say what?
Yeah, we're running way behind. It's been a very good week. I mean, a very bad week.
Not till 4 o'clock.
Yeah. You are coming, aren't you, with her?
Of course.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to seeing you at that one. And be sure to sign the register before you leave.
For what?
I want to put y'all on our guest list.
Let's get out of here and go home.
We can't go home yet. We have to go to my Aunt Alice's funeral. I already been. It wasn't my fault she wasn't there. George, please.
Okay. Now, what are we going to do till 4 o'clock?
I know, George. We still have time for our lunch, and we can go to the Copper Kettle.
This is where I came in, George. I'd like to hear your answer.
Okay, I'm going to take my best girl out to lunch.
Oh, George.
And you can come along too, Mama.
The Jeffersons was recorded on tape in front of a studio audience.